All right, ladies, who's ready for the show? We've been planning the show for a while, but with our circumstances this year, we decided to go virtual. Today is the day, our first ever Afro Wedding Fashion show. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and check out some behind the scene action. So beautiful today.
Thank you.
Who did your makeup?
Ella enhance it.
Oh, so beautiful.
Thank you.
No problem. Okay, girl, how are you? I love your makeup.
Thank
Who did
you.
your makeup today?
Tanya Otter Street.
And how about your hair?
Dewana did my hair.
Okay, nice. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing today? You guys ready for the fashion show?
We're out here.
Let's go. All right, go ahead and show me a little few pieces of you guys.
Okay. We got the studio over here. Joseph.
Okay.
Black owned. Black owned.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Look at the details, man. Look at the details.
Nice. Got the gold little cuts over here on the side. So tell me who you're going to be walking for.
I'm going to be walking for Mr. Maestro Felipe. He's going to make the suits. A pretty good designer.
You want to go ahead and show me a little suit that you guys have going on?
Just a little sneak peek,
Okay.
So we have this little detail in here.
Nice.
We got the lapels, the details. Just a little something to add.
Okay. So this is all you're going to show me for today?
Just that little piece.
Okay, so we just have to wait for the show? All right, then. Thank you.
Okay, man.
DJ Prince, baby.
My name is Philip Obede, and I'm the creative director and designer of Maestro Philippe. Maestro Philippe is a men's and women's suiting slash tuxedo company. We specialize in custom, bespoke, made to measure suits and tuxedos for men and women. I would say my design process when it comes to creating a piece for a client is actually just sitting down with the client. So when you come and meet with us at Master Philippe, we actually sit down with you and we kind of just figure out what you want. Majority of my clients are grooms, so guys that are getting married, and typically it gets to the point where they're actually showing me, I would say, like fabrics of what the bridesmaids will be wearing. So I've noticed a lot of maybe the bride may bring a piece of fabric that her bridesmaids may be wearing. It could be blush or maroon or whatever. So now they may want like a maroon jacket or ivory jacket, whatever the case may be. So a lot of people like to bounce their ideals off of what the bridesmaids are wearing, but I like to tend to see that it's actually the groom and the bride's day. So I try to let them understand that, hey, matching does not mean always wearing the same color. Just because your bridesmaid is wearing blue, that doesn't mean the groom has to wear blue and the groomsmen have to wear blue. What inspired me to start Maestro Philippe, in all honesty, was an accidental hobby. Since I was a kid, I always wore suits. I was that kid who loved to wear the bow ties and the ties. Since probably 4 or 5 years old, I would look forward to dressing up to church. And that kind of carried on all the way to college. So a lot of students will wear sweats on campus. And I was that guy who actually loved to wear suits on campus. So I'm not saying I wore it every day, but I did look forward to doing it when it was time for me to like change up my swag a little bit. That's kind of how I got into it, and I actually started selling off the rack suits at first. I met a gentleman where I would buy suits from, and every time I went somewhere and I wore his suit, of course I would get it tailored, and people would ask me, "Hey, where did you get your suit from?" And I would just tell them, and people started actually going to the guy, to the point where he realized that, hey, a lot of people are coming here saying that you referred them to me, and he actually kind of gave me like a little position, a commission-based position, where when people went over there, he'll give me some money. But the way I really started Maestro Philippe was my cousin got married back in 2014, and I actually styled her entire husband's groom's party. So that's kind of how it actually started. It's kind of an accident. I would say my ideal client is actually somebody who gives me creative freedom, I've worked with all type of clients, friends, family, celebrities, but when they give me that creative freedom, I feel like I feel more comfortable and it's actually easier, and then art is created. When I say creative freedom, I don't mean that I'm just gonna design everything and not listen to you, but I just want you to actually trust me. I tend to tell my clients, especially grooms, like, hey, trust the process. Like, just trust me. Like, it's gonna come out looking dope. The way I would want my client to look and feel when they put on a Maestro Philippe piece is I want them to feel empowered. I want them to feel just confident. Uh, Pretty much the way I look at it is I love when my clients who are out of towners, like they can't fly to Houston, which is where we're based at. They can't fly to Houston, but they want to work with me. So I'll send them the detailed measurements that I need from them, and they'll send me their like their photos, like maybe a frontal view, a back view, and a side view, just to see how they are. And based off of weight and height, I could always tell if the suit's gonna fit or not. So I look forward to those calls and texts from out of towners like, hey, the suit came in and it fits like a glove. Like that's what I want them to feel. I want them to just feel like, man, like this suit was made for me. It's a one of one. It's a one of a kind. And granted, a lot of people who actually come to me to get a suit, they're pretty much like a lot of them are first time buyers when it comes to like the custom suiting things. A lot of people, even myself, I used to get suits off the rack. I would just go to like a Macy's or whatever the case may be, and that gentleman I told you about earlier to get my suits. So I just want them to feel empowered, and I want them to just feel like it's for them, right? I remember one time when I did my final fitting with my in-house clients that who actually live in Houston. I made a suit for a student. So for basically his prom. When the suit came in and he tried it on the first time, like his mom was there and the mom cried. So I actually look forward to those moments. That makes me feel like magic happened and I feel like we got the job done. Here at Maestro Philippe, we make powerful suits for fearless people.
My name is Florence Adeboye, and I'm the creative director of Estelle Bridal. Estelle Bridal is an intimate boutique that focuses on delivering my bride's dream wedding dress. The goal at Estelle is to ensure that our brides feel and look confident on their special day. My design process starts with my bride's personality. I work very well with personality. I get to know my brides one on one. And from knowing my bride's personality, I kind of get to know how the ceremony is. Like, is there a theme for the wedding? Oftentimes, most brides actually have a theme, like a Cinderella theme, a Gatsby theme. And I work well with making sure that I know what the event is about and having an idea or story, a backstory about the bride. And that allows me to create my bride's dream dress. I started designing about 6 years ago. Initially, I started off designing children's dresses, the mini crew of the wedding, which are the flower girls and junior brides portion of the wedding crew. And eventually I realized that most of the times the brides will reach out to me and say, Florence, do you mind creating my reception dress, or do you mind adding this touch to my wedding dress? That's if they're local to Houston. So that kind of led me into designing bridal dresses. And after celebrating my 10-year anniversary and designing my 10-year anniversary dress, I was like, this is an absolute dream that I have to pursue. I believe everyone is my ideal client. The moment you step foot into our showroom, my goal is to cater to everyone and try my best to help you the best that I can. We all know a wedding is the most important day of everyone's life, every female, every male's life, and it's a once-in-a-lifetime event. I want my brides to look and feel confident. I want you to wear my design and be able to feel like, oh, this is the dream. This is the most perfect dress that I've dreamt of all my life, right? You know, as a child, most of the time we will look in the mirror and say, you know what, when I get married one day, I want to look like this and feel like this. I want that vision to come through on that day. At Estelle Bridal, it is my passion to make my brides feel confident.
Films.